Hello there, my fellow garden dreamers. If you're anything like me, you've walked through your garden at dusk and felt that magical moment when daylight starts to fade, wishing you could somehow capture that golden hour and make it last just a little longer. There's something almost sacred about a garden kissed by gentle light, isn't there? Like Mother Nature herself is painting with the softest brush, turning every leaf into a whisper and every flower into a prayer. You know, I've spent countless evenings in thrift stores, running my fingers over forgotten treasures, and I've discovered something wonderful. Those dusty shelves aren't just holding someone else's memories, they're holding the secrets to the most enchanting garden lighting you've ever seen. Today we're diving into 5 absolutely insane ways to bring new life to your garden using nothing but thrift store finds, and you won't believe what magic we create with just an old colander and some fairy lights. Welcome to Golden Seniors Living, where we turn yesterday's treasures into tomorrow's garden wonders. This is your creative sanctuary, where every forgotten item gets a second chance to shine, quite literally. If you enjoy discovering peaceful garden magic that doesn't break the bank, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. We've got more soul-soothing transformations just around the bend, and trust me, you won't want to miss what we're cooking up next. Now let's step into this world of illuminated enchantment together. Picture this. You're wandering through the kitchenware section of your local thrift store, and there it sits, a simple metal colander with those beautiful perforated holes, probably used to drain countless pasta dinners in its former life. Most people walk right past it, but not us. We see potential. We see magic waiting to happen. Take that colander home, give it a gentle cleaning, and here's where the transformation begins. Thread battery-operated fairy lights through those holes, letting them cascade like tiny stars finding their way through a metal constellation. The holes become windows to wonder, each one cradling a little light like a precious gem. Now flip it upside down and place it over a garden stake or hang it from a shepherd's hook. What you've created isn't just lighting, it's poetry in motion. When evening falls and you flip that switch, your colander becomes a glowing orb of dreams, casting the most delicate shadows that dance across your plants like nature's own light show. The gentle twinkle creates this warm, welcoming glow that makes every corner of your garden feel like a secret hideaway. No expensive fixtures, no complicated wiring, just pure enchantment born from ingenuity. It's not just a lighting solution, it's a little miracle hiding in plain sight. And speaking of hiding in plain sight, wait until you see what we're about to do with something you probably walked past in the home decor section. Have you ever noticed those glass punch bowls sitting lonely on thrift store shelves? You know, the ones usually crystal or pressed glass, often with that beautiful vintage charm that speaks of dinner parties and celebrations from decades past. Most people see them and think they're too formal, too fancy, too much trouble. But let me share a secret that will change how you see these gorgeous pieces forever. Flip that punch bowl upside down, and suddenly you have the most elegant garden light cover you've ever seen. Place a simple solar stake light underneath, or even a battery-operated LED puck light, and watch as that ordinary bowl transforms into something that belongs in a fairy tale. The glass catches and multiplies the light, creating this soft, diffused glow that's absolutely mesmerizing. But here's where it gets even better. If you find one of those punch bowls with etched patterns or cut glass designs, the light will throw the most incredible shadows and patterns onto your garden bed. Imagine delicate flowers and leaves appearing in light across your mulch, like nature's own shadow puppet show playing out every single night. The beauty runs deeper than just the visual magic, though. There's something profoundly satisfying about giving new purpose to something that once brought people together around a table. Now it's bringing you together with your garden in the most peaceful, contemplative way. Every time you see that gentle glow, you're reminded that beauty doesn't have to be expensive. It just has to be seen with the right eyes. Sometimes the most extraordinary transformations come from the most unexpected places. And trust me, you'll never guess what we're about to turn into a lighting masterpiece. Now I want you to think about something for a moment. When was the last time you really looked at a lampshade? I mean really looked at one. Not as something to put on a lamp, but as a sculpture, as art, as potential waiting to be unleashed. Those fabric and wire lampshades that fill every thrift store in America are actually garden lighting treasures disguised as everyday objects. Here's what we're going to do, and it's going to blow your mind with its simplicity. Take that fabric lampshade, maybe it's a soft cream color, or perhaps it has a gentle floral pattern that caught your eye. Remove it from any metal fittings, and you're left with this beautiful fabric drum. Now here's the magic moment. Place a large solar jar light, or a battery-operated lantern right inside that shade. What happens next is pure enchantment. The fabric becomes a filter for the light, creating the softest, most inviting glow you can imagine. It's like wrapping your garden in a warm hug of illumination. The light doesn't glare or overwhelm. It whispers. It suggests. It invites you to come closer, to sit a while, to breathe in the evening air, and let the day's worries melt away. And if you're feeling creative, you can weatherproof that fabric with a simple outdoor fabric protector spray. Or better yet, look for lampshades made with more durable materials. Some of those mid-century lampshades were built to last, and they'll give your garden that sophisticated designer look that usually costs hundreds of dollars. Position these beauties along garden paths, tuck them between larger plants, or hang them from tree branches. Each one becomes a beacon of tranquility, turning your garden into an outdoor room where you actually want to spend time after dark. It's amazing how something so simple can transform not just how your garden looks, but how it feels. The real magic isn't in the light itself, it's in the atmosphere you're creating, one gentle glow at a time. Loving these ideas so far. There's plenty more illumination magic where that came from, including one transformation that'll make you see every glass vase in a completely new light. Let's talk about glass vases for a moment, shall we? Every thrift store has dozens of them, tall ones, short ones, clear ones, colored ones, each one carrying the memory of flowers that once graced someone's table. Most people see them and think vase, but we're going to think bigger. We're going to think brighter. Here's a technique that'll make your neighbors stop and stare and wonder. Take any clear or translucent glass vase. The shape doesn't matter as much as you might think. Now here's where we get creative with what goes inside. Instead of flowers, we're going to create living light sculptures. Start with a string of warm white LED lights. The battery-operated kind work perfectly. Coil them gently inside the vase, making sure the battery pack stays hidden at the bottom. But here's where it gets interesting. Add elements that will interact with the light. Maybe some decorative stones from the dollar store, or better yet, some sea glass if you can find it. Perhaps some artificial greenery, or even preserved moss. When you turn on those lights, magic happens. The vase becomes a glowing centerpiece that casts beautiful patterns and reflections. If you use colored glass vases, maybe that beautiful cobalt blue or emerald green you found, the light takes on those gorgeous hues and paints your garden in colors that change with the evening. But here's my favorite variation, and it's perfect for those of us who love a little whimsy in our gardens. Find vases in different heights and group them together. Fill each one with lights and different decorative elements. Maybe one has silver stones, another has copper wire, and a third has tiny mirror pieces. When they're all glowing together, you've created this incredible light garden within your garden. The beauty of this approach is that it's completely portable. You can rearrange your light display whenever the mood strikes, move them for parties, reposition them seasonally, or simply change the scene when you want a fresh perspective. It's like being the director of your own garden light show, with the power to set the mood exactly how you want it. Every vase becomes a vessel for wonder, proving once again that the most beautiful things in life are often hiding in the most ordinary places. Now for our final transformation, I saved something truly special, something that's going to make you look at thrift store finds in a completely revolutionary way. Picture this scenario with me. You're browsing through the home goods section, and there, tucked between the serving platters and picture frames, you spot an old metal cake stand. You know the kind, maybe it's silver-plated, possibly a bit tarnished, with that three-tiered elegance that speaks of afternoon teas and special occasions. Most people see it and think fancy serving piece, but we're about to turn it into the crown jewel of garden lighting. This transformation is going to challenge everything you thought you knew about outdoor illumination. Take that cake stand and envision it as a lighting sculpture, a three-dimensional canvas for creating ambiance. On each tier, we're going to place different lighting elements, building a tower of illuminated beauty that'll become the focal point of your entire garden. Start with the bottom tier, the largest one. Place a ring of those small battery-operated tea lights around the edge. These create your foundation of warm, flickering light that mimics the gentle dance of real candle flames. The metal surface reflects this light, beautifully amplifying the glow. The middle tier becomes your creative playground. Maybe you place a small string of fairy lights coiled in an artistic pattern, or perhaps you choose colored LED puck lights that change slowly through the spectrum. The beauty is in the layering, each level building on the one below. And the top tier, this is where you can really let your personality shine. Maybe it's a single elegant solar orb that serves as the crowning jewel. Or perhaps you choose something completely unexpected, like a small lantern, or even a tiny string of lights arranged in a delicate spiral. When all three tiers are glowing together, you've created something that's part sculpture, part lighting, part pure magic. The different heights create visual interest and depth, while the metal construction gives it a sophisticated, almost industrial elegance that works beautifully in any garden style. But here's what makes this truly special. It's completely customizable to the seasons and your moods. Summer parties might call for bright, cheerful colors, while autumn evenings might inspire warmer, more subdued tones. Winter could be all about cool blues and whites, creating your own little winter wonderland right outside your door. Position this masterpiece where it can be seen from multiple angles, maybe near a seating area or along a main garden path. It becomes more than just lighting. It becomes garden architecture, a statement piece that says you understand the power of beautiful illumination. It's proof that the most stunning garden transformations don't come from expensive outdoor lighting stores. They come from seeing ordinary objects with extraordinary imagination. From colanders to cake stands, from punch bowls to lampshades, we've journeyed through a world where forgotten treasures become illuminated wonders. Each transformation proves something beautiful, that gardening in our golden years isn't just about soil and seeds. It's about soul and story. It's about seeing potential where others see only the past. These aren't just lighting ideas. They're invitations to view your garden as an extension of your creativity, your sanctuary, your personal piece of magic. Every thrift store find that we've transformed tonight carries with it the power to change not just how your garden looks, but how it feels when you step outside as the sun sets. When you walk through your garden now, lit by these gentle glows and twinkling dreams, you're not just admiring plants, you're celebrating ingenuity. You're honoring the idea that beauty doesn't require a big budget, just a willingness to see the world a little differently. Because every gentle glow is a little thank you from your garden, whispering back all the love and creativity you've poured into it. If just one of these ideas brought a smile to your face tonight, if just one transformation made you think, I could do that, I'd love for you to give us a thumbs up. Leave a comment and tell me which lighting idea spoke to your heart. Was it the magic of the colander constellation, or maybe the elegance of the cake stand sculpture? And don't forget to subscribe to Golden Seniors Living, where your creativity keeps growing and every forgotten treasure gets a chance to shine again. We've got more illuminating ideas coming your way, and I promise you the best is yet to glow. Until next time, keep seeing the magic in the everyday, and remember, the most beautiful gardens are lit not just by bulbs and batteries, but by the spark of imagination that lives in each of us.